I'm going to show you really quickly how I take lettering from Procreate and put it into Illustrator. I am going to be creating a printable of a calendar for the year 2020, and so I just want to be able to do some hand lettering to put as my calendar headers. And this is a great way to create a printable, and I love to just be able to use my own hand lettering in things like this. So the first thing I'm going to do is create a letter artboard. So I have over here a letter set up as a portrait and as a landscape. So I'm going to go with the landscape, which is side to side. And just to make sure that my lettering is all equal, I'm going to go up here to this little tool icon, go to drawing guide, and I'm going to, so it comes up with this blue graph. If you want, you can go to edit drawing guide, and I think I'm going to keep it the size, but just so you know, you can edit the size of your drawing guide. I might do it a little bit smaller. You can also, if you grab a hold of this green little nodule down at the bottom, you can actually twist it too if you wanted to do a slanted lettering. I think today I'm just going to do it straight, so we're just going to click on that. You can also change the color of your guide if you want. I'm fine with leaving it blue, but this line up here, this little rainbow line, is where you can change the color of that. You can also change your thickness of the lines. This is going to be on a layer by itself, so it won't be noticeable at the end, but if you're doing a lot of heavy painting and that kind of thing, you might want to have this guide on top. And so you might need heavier thickness, but I'm just going to keep it on the lighter side. And then same as opacity as well. So I'm just going to click, I'm actually going to make it brighter, click done. And so now I have my drawing guide. So I'm going to go to one of my favorite brushes, which is this inking studio pen. I just really like how smooth it is. Who knows, I might end up changing it as I also have some imported pens that I might try out. This might be too light. This is your brush size over here on this left-hand side. If you tap once with 2 fingers, it will undo the thing that you just did. So I think that's too thick. So I'm going to go back to my studio pen. Try that out. So yeah, I think I'll stay with my studio pen. So now I'm just going to use my drawing guides to letter all the months. So I'm going to try one more artboard. And if you go to gallery, you can create a new artboard. I'm just going to do this one more time in a different font, just so we can see what it looks like. Okay, so now I'm going to take this and export it and pull it into Illustrator, and I'll show you that in just a sec. So we're going to go up here to the tool. We're going to go to share, and I'm going to select JPEG. It's exporting it. I'm going to airdrop it. Oops. So now I have Illustrator open, so I'm going to be creating a new document, and I'm going to start with this letter size. And now here we have our letter. So I'm going to import our my wording. So these are both my pieces of artwork. going to place them in here. I'm going to do one at a time. I think I'll start with the second one first. So now that I have it in my artboard, I go up here to image trace. It's just giving me a notice saying that it's too large. Would I like to continue? It's going to take a little while, and yes, I do want to continue. So now it has just vectorized what I did in Procreate, but now I have to actually expand this. So I'm going to go expand, and as you can see, all this blue outline is now my new lettering expanded. One last thing I need to do is select the white behind. I'm going to go to select same fill color because I want all the white to be deleted. And there you go. So each of these is its own thing. And now I can go through and clean things up. I want to do things like make this little dot over my eye a little bit bigger and maybe clean up some stuff like this in here. But that's just a really quick way how I can make my handwriting from Procreate into a vectorized piece that I can now scale and I can pull apart, so I can use different pieces. So if I liked an M, like this M, if I wanted to use it consistently, I can use it over in my March as well and get rid of this M, and it's consistent throughout. So that's just actually the start of creating a font. But I'm going to go through and just clean all this up, and I'm going to put it together in my calendar. So I'll be showing you these steps. That way you know how to take your artwork and actually do something with it and create printables. And you will be getting a free printable of this calendar in a couple weeks when this calendar is done. So stay tuned.